Have you ever given so much to someone you care about, only to feel used in the end? Maybe you dropped everything just to be there for them. You showed love, support, even changed parts of yourself to make them happy. But then, something changed. They got what they wanted, and just like that, they were gone, like a bird flying away with no goodbye. It hurts, doesn't it? You start to wonder, why do I keep giving so much and getting so little in return? You feel lost. You feel like your kindness was a mistake. But here's the truth, your kindness isn't the problem. It's where you place it that matters. Today, we're going to walk through 9 powerful lessons about how we interact with others, especially in relationships between men and women. These lessons come from ancient Stoic wisdom, which teaches us how to stay calm, strong, and in control even when others try to take advantage of us. And the twist? You're not just going to learn how to protect yourself, you're going to learn how to grow stronger, shine brighter, and finally feel free. So if your heart feels heavy, if you're tired of being used, if you've given your all and feel like you've lost yourself, sit down, take a breath. This is your moment to start over. But before we begin, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss the life-changing wisdom we share here. Now let's dive in. 1. Don't change your whole life just to make someone else happy. Picture this, you're trying to finish a puzzle, but none of the pieces fit. That's what it's like when you keep changing yourself just to please someone else. You stop doing things you love, you stop being who you really are, all just to make someone stay. But guess what? That's not love, that's fear. Fear of losing someone who is never willing to love the real you. Like the Stoic Seneca once said, everywhere is nowhere. If you keep chasing other people's approval, you'll never feel at home in your own skin. Stop being a chameleon. Be a lighthouse. Stand tall. Shine bright. You were never meant to blend in, you were meant to be seen. Your life is your own story, and it's time to start writing your chapters. 2. Don't let your whole world revolve around one person. It feels romantic, right? Putting someone first, making them your everything. But if you're not careful, you'll lose your own dreams along the way. You stop chasing your goals. You forget your passions. You stop growing. All because you're orbiting around someone who may not even notice how much you're giving up. As Marcus Aurelius said, nowhere can a man find a quieter or more peaceful retreat than in his own soul. You don't need to be someone's moon. Be your own sun. You're not a background character in someone else's story. You are the main character in your own. And when you finally step into that light, everything begins to change. 3. Don't let anyone or anything steal your peace or joy. Imagine walking through a dark forest with only one flashlight. Now picture handing that flashlight to someone else just to make them feel safe. What happens next? You're the one left in the dark. That is what it feels like when you give up your mental health or happiness just to keep someone else comfortable. Maybe you've done it before, putting their needs first, smiling when you felt like crying, ignoring your pain so they wouldn't have to feel bad. But that kind of sacrifice doesn't lead to love. It leads to emptiness. The truth is, when you stop protecting your own peace, you start losing yourself. You become tired, sad, even angry, and you don't know why. Because deep down, you gave your light to someone who never gave it back. But here's the twist, you were never meant to live in the shadows. Your peace isn't something small or silly, it's sacred. And your joy? It's not just a feeling, it's your strength. Stoic wisdom teaches us, you can't control what others do, but you can control how much power you give them. So take it back. Your mind is your home. Keep it clean, keep it safe. Protect your heart like a priceless treasure. Because once you start guarding your peace, something amazing happens. You become unshakable. No matter who leaves, no matter who tries to shake you, you still shine. 4. Don't cut off the people who've always been there just to chase someone new. Think about a tree. Its branches hold it up, keep it strong, and help it reach the sky. Now imagine cutting off those branches, just because you're trying to catch the wind. Sounds foolish, right? But that is what we do when we push away our friends or family just to please someone we're dating or chasing after. Maybe you stop calling your best friend back. You stop showing up for your siblings. You ignore your parents' texts, all because one person is taking up all your time and attention. But here's the hard truth, if someone truly cares about you, they'll never ask you to give up the people who love you. They'll want to join your circle, not shrink it. Plato once said, "People can either help you grow like rich soil or dry you out like sand." Your friends, your family, they're your soil. They know your stories. They've seen you cry. They've stood beside you when others walked away. And maybe you haven't talked to them in a while. Maybe you feel embarrassed to reach out. But trust me, they're still there. Pick up the phone. Say, "I've missed you." Let them know you still care. Because no matter who comes and goes, your support system is what keeps you grounded when life gets tough. Love is beautiful, but it should never come at the cost of your roots. Grow, reach, explore, but never forget the people who held you up while you were still learning to stand. 5. Don't give all your time to someone who doesn't value it. Time is kind of like money, but even more powerful. Once it's gone, you can't ever get it back. Think about this. What if you had $1,000 every day, but you kept giving it to someone who didn't care, didn't say thank you, and never gave anything back? You'd go broke fast, right? Well, your time works the same way. When you spend too much time on someone who doesn't value it, someone who only shows up when they need something, you're going broke in a way you can't see. You're draining your energy, your dreams, your peace. You might think, "But I love them," or "They'll change," but if you're the only one showing up, doing the work, and giving all your hours to someone else's needs, you're slowly fading away in the background of your own life. Seneca once said, "It's not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." The truth is, you don't owe all of your time to someone else. Your life was never meant to revolve around one person. You were meant to grow, to dream, to explore, to laugh, and to become everything you were born to be. Here's the twist: you don't have to stop loving them. You just have to start loving yourself more. Put time into your goals. Spend time with people who lift you up. Give your time to things that bring you peace, make you smile, and help you grow. Don't let someone else's chaos become your calendar. You are not just a helper in someone else's life story, you are the main character in your own. 6. Don't tell everyone everything about your past. Some things are sacred. We all have a past. Some parts are beautiful, some are painful, some are hard to even think about. And sometimes when we start trusting someone new, we feel like we have to open every door and show them every scar. But here's the truth: not everyone deserves to walk through your private history. Imagine your past like a locked journal. Inside are pages that hold your struggles, your tears, your strength, and your victories. You don't hand that journal to just anyone, because some people will read your story and try to use it against you. Not everyone will understand the pain you've walked through, and not everyone needs to. It doesn't mean you're hiding. It means you're protecting. You're protecting your heart, your healing, and your future. The twist here is powerful. Your past made you stronger, but it doesn't define you. You're not the mistakes you made. You're not the pain you felt. You're not the storms you survived. You're the person who walked out of them alive. And you get to decide who you share that strength with. Be kind, be open, but also be careful. Trust is earned, not handed out like candy. Share little by little. Let people show you their heart before you reveal yours. Because your story is special. It's not gossip. It's not entertainment. It's your soul's journey. And only those who are gentle with it deserve to hold it. 7. Don't say yes just to make them happy. Say yes when it makes you feel alive. Have you ever said yes when your heart was screaming no? Maybe you agreed to go somewhere you didn't want to go. Maybe you did something that didn't feel right just because you didn't want to upset someone. You smiled on the outside, but inside, something felt wrong. That's what happens when you keep trying to please everyone but yourself. It's like painting a happy face on your soul while it's crying inside. Here's the thing: every time you say yes to something you don't want, you're saying no to something your heart really needs. You're not here just to keep everyone else comfortable. You're not a puppet on strings, dancing for someone else's approval. You are a real person with real dreams, real feelings, and a voice that matters. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts, and when your thoughts are full of guilt and pressure, your happiness starts to disappear." But here's the twist: saying no is not mean. It's medicine. Saying no to what drains you is saying yes to peace. Saying no to what feels fake is saying yes to your real self. And you don't need to explain it to everyone. You don't have to defend your joy. You're not selfish for choosing peace. You're strong for protecting it. So next time you feel stuck, pause. Ask yourself, am I doing this because I want to? Or because I'm afraid to say no? If it's fear, you already have your answer. Live your life on your terms, not for applause, not for likes, but for truth, for joy, for you. 8. Don't fear being alone, fear losing yourself to stay with the wrong people. A lot of people stay in the wrong place, with the wrong person, doing the wrong thing, all because they're scared of being alone. But here's the truth, being alone is not the same as being lonely. Sometimes being alone is the most peaceful thing you can do. Sometimes it's where you find out who you really are. It's in the quiet moments, when no one is around, that you hear the voice of your soul. It's in that silence that you learn you were never missing someone else, you were missing yourself. Aristotle once said, knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. So instead of rushing into the arms of someone who doesn't value you, or bending into shapes just to keep someone close, take time to fall in love with yourself. Spend time alone, not because no one wants you, but because you want you. That's the twist. You're not running from loneliness, you're running towards strength. When you learn to enjoy your own company, you stop settling for people who treat you like an option. When you feel whole on your own, you attract people who respect your wholeness, not try to fill your empty spaces with fake promises. Solitude can be your superpower. It teaches you patience. It teaches you boundaries. It teaches you that your worth is not decided by who stays or who leaves. The right people will never be scared of your strength. They will respect your space. They will add to your life, not become the reason you lose yourself. So don't fear being alone. Fear being with people who make you feel lonely, even when they're right next to you. Choose peace over panic. Choose you even when it's hard, because the one person you'll always have to live with is you. Make that relationship the strongest one of all. 9. Celebrate your small wins, because that's how big dreams are built. Sometimes in life, we're so busy chasing the big goals, we forget how far we've already come. You might think, I haven't made it yet. I'm still struggling. I don't deserve to celebrate, but let me tell you something powerful. Every little step forward matters. Did you wake up early today when you didn't want to? Did you keep going even when your heart felt heavy? Did you say no to something that used to control you? That's a win, a real win, and it deserves to be seen. But here's the problem in this fast-moving world. We're taught to only clap when the crowd claps, to only celebrate when we hit the big milestone, the graduation, the promotion, the big break. But what about the late nights when you kept trying? What about the quiet moments when you chose healing over hurting? What about the days you got out of bed even though everything felt heavy? That's what no one sees. But those are the moments that build strength. Imagine you're walking up a mountain. You're tired. Your legs hurt. The top still looks far away. But then you stop and look back. And guess what? You've already come a long way. You didn't notice before because you were so focused on what's next. This is the twist. Celebrating small wins isn't being soft. It's being smart. Because when you stop and honor your progress, you refill your tank. You remind yourself why you started, and you find the courage to keep going. Even the ancient thinkers knew this. Epictetus said, never depend on the admiration of others. That means don't wait for someone else to cheer for you. You clap for you. And here's another truth, joy doesn't come at the finish line. Joy comes when you choose to notice what's already good right now. The warm coffee, the clean room, the text from a friend, the breath in your lungs. That's what makes life beautiful. Not just the big fireworks, but the tiny sparks along the way. So today, celebrate something, anything, even if it's small, even if no one else notices. Because that's how you build a life you're proud of, step by step, win by win, heartbeat by heartbeat. Conclusion, you are the author of your life, write it your way. Let's take a moment to breathe. You've learned something powerful today. You don't have to say yes to make others happy. You don't have to fear being alone. And you definitely don't have to wait for a giant moment to celebrate yourself. You get to live by your own rules, not the world's, not theirs, yours. The Stoics believe true freedom doesn't come from control, it comes from within, from knowing that your thoughts, your choices, and your path are yours to own. So the next time you feel pressure to fit in, or feel like you're behind in life, or feel like no one sees your effort, pause, breathe, and remember this, you are not here to live someone else's life. You are not a shadow in someone else's story. You are the hero of your own journey. You have the power to choose, courage over comfort, peace over people-pleasing, progress over perfection, joy over judgment. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to keep going. one honest step at a time, and every time you choose yourself, even when it's hard, that's something worth celebrating. If today's message spoke to your heart, show some love by tapping that like button, join our growing family by subscribing, and share your story in the comments. What small win are you proud of today? Let's build a strong, kind, and thoughtful community, one that honors growth, grit, and real moments. Until next time, stay present, stay proud, and stay true to you. That's the Stoic way.